All right. Hello, all, and welcome to Written Wisdom. My name is Jenny Stasek, and we're here to talk about the astrology forecast for August 31st to September 6th. Okay, so Mercury in retrograde is officially over as of September 28th, but just a reminder, we're still in the shadow phase. As of all energies, just can't just cut it off and go, oh, we're done. So you're still just kind of, taking that energy, the lessons that you've been working on, whether you completed them all or not, doesn't matter. It's what matters is, the fact that you are finding that, alignment after the retrograde. So the retrograde, I like to look at it, it's about the re's. So reflecting, reassessing, um, any re that you can think of that happens to feel aligned with you, that resonates with you, that would be what you're working on at that time. So usually with Mercury retrograde being in Leo, it ended in. And so wherever it ended, it was 22 degrees, I believe. And at the end there, and it's in Leo, being creativity, your strengths, your passions, being seen even. They like to be in the limelight, like let's bring that light forward, shine it bright because they're like me, 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 me. And so if you can think about that one. But just kind of let the energy, release and anything that else is coming forward, you can work on that. The other one that we had as well that was retrograding, and we didn't really talk much about it, was the Lilith, Black Moon. She is in Libra, and she's in the second degree, first degree. So she's really honestly wanting you to look at your divine feminine, your feminine self. Like, how are you feeling truly aligned? We all have the feminine, masculine energies in us. And how are we stepping forward and stepping into that? The feminine energy is not a take action energy. It is let's nurture ourselves. We need to usually in the past society has always told us like, the women always look after everybody else before they look after themselves. Well, if that's the case, then that's what you do. But if you find that you haven't been looking after yourself, where is it that you need to do it? Being in Libra, you need to find that balance and harmony. And how do you need to find, are you people pleasing in that one area? Like it, depending on what mansion she's in with you, you know, where do you need to work on, your feminine area? So yeah, just to find that balance and the harmony, that peace, that um, looking at your inner beauty and your inner self that way, your inner values and worths. Okay, so we are August 31st. We're still in Virgo sun season. So grounding ourselves, it's a mutable energy. So it is transformational going into fall. Fall equinox starts the same day that Libra sun season does. So it is getting ready for that fall season. And fall season's all about, starting to release and let go and connecting with ourselves and finding what our true alignment is and what else do we need to, work on before we do a true hibernation with the winter time. August 31st also brings in the moon in Leo, and we are in just the early stages of eclipse season. Eclipse season does start when the full moon comes, so the lunar eclipse. That'll be the middle of this month, roughly. And then, so yeah, moon and Leo. Moon is about our emotions, our nurturing. It is a feminine sign and it is ruled by Cancer. So it's a mothering sign. You could be wanting to, find your creativity and your passions. And it may be with your family. And, that's maybe where you might find that area or your friends even. But starting to connect into your creativity, your passions and strengths, and how will you shine in that area and be seen. September 1st is still Moon in Leo and Virgo sun season. But what does happen is Sedna in Gemini, she does retrograde. So Sedna is, she's a woman of the seas and she is an asteroid. So what ends up happening is she is all about deep transformation. There is a big story. I will talk about more later on. I do have a blog in, if you look it up, there is the blog. I'll even put the link in our description. But this retrograde is about reflect and reassess. So we want to reflect on communication because it is in Gemini. So Gemini, signs are about communication, how our mind works. So it is pretty, deep in that area. How do you think about yourself? Reflect on the communication that you have and the stories that we do tell ourselves. This is about going inside. It's not about the outside world, it's about the inside world when it comes to Sedna and being heard ourselves. Like, how do we want to be heard? So, and reassessing our thoughts and beliefs. So, do they align with our true values? So go deep, look inside there and find out, are you really, is it really working for you? What can you change? It may just be one slight little thing, but that may be it. And then September 2nd. So we have two big things happening September 2nd. Pluto enters, he's still retrograding, and he enters Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. It's been a long time since he has been in Capricorn, for the whole duration. He did enter 2008, and we did have some relief as of, well, until we had this retrograde right now and it brought it back in. But we've been in Aquarius for a wee bit now. But we do have one more time with Pluto being in Capricorn. So that's bringing about, he's about transformations and death and rebirth. So the Phoenix energy. And Capricorn is about, structures and organizations and, how do we put up our boundaries and, strength, like, j- with other people and ourselves even. So looking at that and how you need to be able to transform yourself one more time, like this is a time to dismantle some things that are not working for you. And it is retrograde till about the beginning-ish of October, and then it enters Aquarius again, I believe, in November. So you will be able to have, it's only a brief period, but it will show you the areas that you do need to go through and dismantle. So yeah. Okay. September 2nd also brings in the new moon in Virgo. So remember I said eclipse season is, starting to come upon us. So this energy is a little bit more. New moons is a dark moon, right? So this is a time of planting that seed and knowing, starting to look and see where we align with ourselves and what we need. Being in Virgo season, we want to look at our routines and our health, maybe how we serve others. This is a great time for us to really look into that. And then September 4th, we have a Mars going into Cancer. Mars is the warrior sign or planet. So he's not really going to be happy in Cancer, but this is how you work with the energy. You're the alchemist. So for you to work with it, I actually have Mars in Cancer in my chart. And it's not ideal, but it has definitely taught me things in my lifetime. So Mars and Cancer, it just teaches your warrior, like it is okay to take the soft side of, where you need to go. Round out those edges. Like, how do you need to nurture yourself? Like, you can't just keep go, go, go. Where do you need to kind of slow down and maybe take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and look at yourself and where you are with others? So that would be a great one to do on that one. But yeah, so a lot of great energies coming up. It is, they're going to be a little bit wonky, but it's all how we work it and how we alchemize our own energies because we all have our own energies to also work up with our chart. But thank you so much. I will put a workbook in the description as well for this week, and that'll be for the new moon in Virgo. And I hope you guys all have a great week, and we'll see you next week.